what I'd like to show you how to do now is how to do a little bit finer control of your audio levels. Now, Movie Maker 2 actually I think is a little bit difficult to sort of control your audio levels between your video and your audio music tracks. For example, in this video I have a Beethoven Symphony No. 9. I'm using this sort of as a background music, and it plays throughout my entire video. However, there's a point where I want this song to be very silent because right here I'm actually talking to the camera and I want my audience to be able to hear it. However, in the next clip I want Beethoven Symphony to be very loud, and I want the Sea Lion clip to be very quiet because I don't want to be listening to this crowd talking in the background. It's very loud. So how do we control the volume of these things? Well, it's a little complicated. It's not too bad, but I wish it was a little bit simpler, but this is how you do it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this timeline. If you grab right here, you can actually make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to do that because what I'm going to do is go over here to video, and if you click on this little plus, watch what happens. We click plus, and all of a sudden this video timeline sort of expanded into its component parts. And the components are the transitions, which are those little animation transitions, kind of like that page peel right here, and also the audio for each of these clips. And what we can do is we can actually go to these audio for these individual clips, and we can actually change how loud each of these audio clips are. So if I wanted to take this Sea Lion clip, which is right here, and I wanted to make that very quiet because it's way too loud, I can right click right here on the audio, right click, I can go to volume, or I could go to mute and completely mute it, but let's go to volume, and I can adjust the volume level for this one clip so I can make it a lot softer, or I could mute it, and I could say OK, and I could go through my entire video, and if some clips are really loud and some are soft, I could sort of equalize all of them, make some of them louder, some of them quieter, and I can sort of change the volume for my video clips that way. Now, how would I change the volume for Beethoven Symphony No. 9? Now, there's a kind of a simple way to do it, and this is how I would recommend doing it. What you can do is you can actually go to this clip, select the point that you want it to be quiet. Say I want it to be quiet at the beginning of this clip where I'm actually talking. I could go to that point, and I could actually split that clip right at that point. And to do that, I would just simply make sure it's highlighted, it's at where I want to split it, and I could go over here and cut it just like I cut those video clips, and cut. And all of a sudden, wow, my audio clip has been cut right at that point. And then I could go to where at the end of this clip, where right at the beginning of the Sea Lions. You may have to zoom in with your magnifying glass to see that a little bit better. Okay. So now I can also cut Beethoven Symphony No. 9 right at this point as well. So let's do that. We'll say cut. Alright, so this audio clip is cut. I mean, it's still going to sound normal because I haven't moved anything. They're cut. But what I can do is I can now individually go in and I can say, you know what, I want this part of Beethoven to be very soft because I want to be able to hear me speaking here. I can click on that audio, right click on it, and go to volume and change the volume and make it very soft. That way I can actually hear me talking as I talk, and then the volume will jump back to normal after this cut, and it will drown out the soft Sea Lion. And so it's kind of a complicated way to change your volume levels, but it does work. So if you really need to change volume, something's too loud or too soft or something's being drowned out, you can always expand your video and actually go in to each audio clip, right click, and change the volume.